Hey everybody, how y'all doing? This is a new setup for my new for a new channel and everything. Just real quick, if you hear a shushing in the background, I got my industrial fan going because I was working on some cosplay here, trying to make me some leg pieces. There will be a show about that I'm going to do called Foam Forge on the same channel, so just keep your eyes open if you're interested. I can show you some different random things on how to do, whatever it is we need to do. But right now, I kind of had a good idea. I was watching some videos, as you can see down there. Then I will be playing for you in a moment. Just to let you know, though, when I watch is like when I watch the videos, I'm always looking at seeing how people animate and stuff like that. I am an animator by trade, as well, game artist, so everything as far as art goes, anyway. Uh, but I had a good moment here where I was looking through the comments. People were talking about how, oh, that doesn't work. It's horseshit. It's bullshit. Yeah, there's some suspension of disbelief in a lot of things. But it felt like we need to go ahead and analyze the fight. Let's look at the fight, see what's going on, see what they messed up, see what they did. Okay. Now let me check the volume on this because it may get a little loud. I don't want to screech in you guys' ear. But I'm gonna play it and start and stop it in certain places so we can just see where it goes. Okay. All right. The fight was between Nightwing and versus Robin in the Batcave, as you can see down there on the title screen there. On the title screen there, watching off YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip here, and I'll just stop it and tell you different things. We'll analyze this fight. Okay. Right. As far as animation goes, it's beautiful, beautiful. The motions right now are fine. Any of us who know about stick fighting and also swordsmanship know that while Dick's kind of stiff there, as you can see, that's mostly how it's drawn, and it's not rotoscoped or anything like that. There may have been a little motion capture or something like that, or it may have been a demonstration that they animated it against. But yeah, most of this is all good so far. So yeah, no, this is actually the way people would fight if they were doing this type of thing. In this, Robin's supposed to be like in his mid 20s there, and Damon's like 10, 12, something like that. So that's a lot of things. We were talking about, oh, a child this age wouldn't be able to do that. Well, I'll explain more as we go along. All right, back to we'll keep it going.
You're slop.
Obviously, this comic booky stuff. You can do it. Wouldn't necessarily happen that way.
No, I'm uninterested.
Get interested.
Blah 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 blah. Now that stuff though, the bouncing, classic Batman. Anyone who knows Batman knows that's the acrobaticness. That's what you're supposed to do. One of the major things that they took out of a lot of Batman game stuff and movies was grappling hooks. For some reason, it's like well, they took it more out of the movies than they did out of the games. But Arkham brought the grappling hook back. We all love the grappling hook in the Arkham series. But they took out the grappling hook, and Batman, a lot of his moves and motions weren't just the close-in fighting, but he was also good at using his grappling hook in his environment to get things done. So when you got Dick being an acrobat the way he is and flip-flopping and everything like that, that's perfect, makes sense. That's how a person who was originally trained as an acrobat and then trained later on to fight would do more flourishy motions than anything else. It's something that if we continue with the series, I like to do. I'll show you some other stuff. All right, let me keep it going. Perfect. Beautiful.
I don't need to be trained by some circus clown. My grandfather taught me everything I need to know about personal combat.
Damian Wayne like a boss.
Well, I was trained by Bruce Wayne, and every time they met, he kicked.
Yeah, he's gonna mess up here. But like motions, like I said, the flourishes. That is what that instinct would be for that type of person. Now, Nightwing, and we know that Nightwing is a character. If anyone has been paying attention, there's plenty of Nightwing people out there who know him. I like him. He was a great add-on. But as a character, he flourishes. He does all this. This is normal Nightwing stuff. So this makes sense. so far. Like I said, if you're an acrobat, if you were started as a dancer and acrobat, you can see it. Your best real life example, if you want to find one, would be somebody like your Jean-Claude Van Damme's, who with the splits and everything. There's not a lot of practicality to it, but it looks good. And it's not like you can't use it practically, because it's not like you can't use a good, doing a split suddenly on somebody and all that isn't not practical. It's just not something you would normally do because of the fact that when you're putting it all together, when you're with somebody, you're squared up and you're going against them, you're going back and forth. You don't want to suddenly go in the split mode, because now you're on the ground, you're split, and it's harder to get away from them. So it doesn't mean that you can't use it, just means it's not necessarily something you would use. All the flexing and flipping and things, again, like I said, so long as they're bouncing off the walls and they're running up and down, they're doing it, and he's doing it quick. Not, I'm running up the ground, I'm running up the ground, running up the walls, for half an hour. I'm going to fall down on the guy. Well, yeah, he can move out of the way. You fall, hit the ground, and splat. All right, let's have some fun. Let's let it play out a little bit more.
Shagul's ass. Just like I'm kicking yours.
Y'all know this. Y'all know while you can do it. We've all seen our parkour people do that. You can do it. It's not really fighting thing, but fun to watch.
You really are a massive eagle, aren't you? The pure and perfect Dick Grayson. The first Robin.
Cinematography.
Based on what I'm seeing, I was the only Robin.
You're just some lost little orphan you took pity on. But I'm blood!
Okay, that one, that throw. I saw a lot of people whining about the throw. Oh, he couldn't throw him. Actually, he can throw him. But what you just saw happen, where he landed on his feet and kept going, that's actually about the result that would be. A flexible acrobatic person being thrown by someone much smaller than them, about half their size. It's like, oh, he's genetically perfect, so that way. That just counts to his abilities and how come he's so good at being himself. How come he's smarter than his father? Just as smart as his dad. He's able to fight as well as he can at such a young age. Whereas Bruce took years of training to get to that point. Damon has had years of training since he's existed. He's been in constant training. Now, yeah, the throw would have happened. Like, it's not like you can't throw a person. You can throw a person at that age, and as a youth, it's easy. It's not, it's pretty easy to just follow through like you did. Now but you have some disadvantages, obviously, because you're lower to the ground. That person can ground themselves. That person can flip. That person can, if they're thrown, recover, use you as something to hold them up, and then recover and start attacking again. That actually can work. Now, how would it be that smooth? No, probably not. Probably not. No. So what you have to do every time is, he gets him, comes over, pulls in full motion, fulcrum everything, very well animated, and Dick comes over, Dick's height rolling over, and Dick's already flexibility that's already been demonstrated would show that he's able to do all that. So yeah, that works fine. That'll hurt it. Solar plexus will hurt anybody. And that is also possible. Dane, you gotta understand, when you're fighting from underneath somebody, you come up, boom, that's where all that power comes from. Snap, hips, core, ground yourself up, and would work fine. You don't believe me on that one. Look at your Amir Khans, your Max Bears, guys like that. There's a boxing style specifically where they fight down here. All right, they fight like this down here, and they come up. Lots of uppercuts, lots of up motions. Now, they usually fight. You can fight people your own size doing that, but you got to get lower. But it's really a lot of power. Max Bear, he was killing guys. Now, I know they made him seem like he was an evil bastard in the movie Cinderella Man, but Hollywood. But yeah, no, when he comes in from underneath and he does all that, he can use his leg to generate that power. So that's actually a thing. So don't freak out too much about that one, all right, guys? So it's like I understand people like realism in my fights, even my animated ones. All right, that's I think that's about it there.
I'm his son.
All right, yeah, I think Damien made his point. But yeah, no, find find this if you want to see it, and that'll be good there. But let me just go ahead and kill that off for you real quick. Got my dual screen set up here, so sorry if I look away. But I got my porn running on this one. That's delicious. Now I'm just messing around. Just having a good time. Having a good time. All right. Hopefully I don't disappear. There we go. All right. Now, yeah. So while it's cartoony because it's a cartoon and it's obviously lots of stretch and a lot of squash and stretch going on, you have to understand that when you're doing these things, it makes sense. It makes sense in the world. That's a fundamental thing when telling a story. Okay, what you create has to make sense in your world. In this world, you have a child who's been taught to fight since he was a kid, since he was a baby. I'm sorry, he is still a kid. And he's a baby. He's been taught fighting and everything else. He's a weapon. Then you have a person who's taught how to be Robin, and he's taught by a person who is an expert in all martial arts, who begat an expert, and as you can see. So yeah, don't freak out when you see it like that. So yeah, no. So that was the first little epic fight analysis thing going on there. I think I'm gonna continue doing these as part of the channel. But yeah, no. Anybody, guys, just do me a favor here. Do me a favor, like and subscribe, and go to the Patreon, because I do have Patreon already set up for some of the other content that's going to be on this channel. But these here, just if you got a fight you want me to overlook here and show you whether it's real or can work or where the flaws are in it, let me know, or tell me, or leave me a link in the comment section, and I'll be willing to check that out. Hopefully, as time goes on, I'll be able to get some better equipment so you don't have to listen to my shushing. Because my office slash studio slash work area here is upstairs in my house, and it's a little warm. So I have my window open with my industrial fan going behind me, and it just creates a lot of shush, 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 shush. I know you guys can hear it. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, like, subscribe, and we'll see about getting some more content out to you guys eventually. But yeah, this was sort of my first thing here. I'm also going to get a banner made soon, but this cosplay over here is I kind of need to have done in about a week, so because the cons are in 2 weeks. So yeah, this time a couple weeks I'll be down in at JordanCon. Please, if you're in the books, check this channel. Eventually we will be doing some book reviews and some analysis of books and magic, things like that. But yeah, no. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time. I won't ramble on as much in the future ones. I'll have a bit more time to analyze as opposed to this kind of spur of the moment thing I did here. All right, look. All right, you guys have a good day, and like I said, subscribe, like, support us on Patreon.